However, he's a couple of years older, and he has 20 pounds in weight advantage over Ray Austin. I mentioned they're both coming off wins. As you take a look at the rules, no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Only the referee can stop the fight. We get into anything involving headbutts or accidental headbutts. I'll explain the rule to you as it becomes pertinent to the action. Well, Gołota, big, strong, unpredictable guy. Great effort, as I mentioned, in his last fight. And is Ray Austin about to make his way out with Romeo Connor, Tony Rivera, Dale Edwards? He wants another world title shot. And I mentioned some of the big wins he's had against Ibragimov, Bates, Owen Beck, and Larry Donnell. And he'd like to add Andrew Gołota to that mix. At 38 years of age, he's got to get it done tonight. He can't wait. If he's going to get another title shot and a big payday, it's got to happen winning this USNBC International Heavyweight Championship of the WBC. What all those numbers mean and letters mean? Well, to most people in boxing, they don't mean anything. But to the fighters, it means getting ranked higher and getting a shot to fight, a major fight with major money involved. And in order to do that, he's got a tall order in beating Andrew Gołota, who's been fighting well of lately. Ray Austin being held back, and he'll be told that go ahead and make your way out very, very shortly in the Sichuan Gymnasium in Chengdu, China. The people here have been in awe of the big heavyweights that we saw earlier in the size of Jameel McCline, and both of these guys are huge, in that Ray Austin is 6'6" and 228 pounds. By the way, he must be very serious about this fight because he's 19 pounds lighter than he was for his last fight, which was on September 8th when he came in at 247. He's 228 tonight. So he is very, very serious about this fight. So Ray Austin, at one time they thought he was going to be, you know, the future of the heavyweight division, and it didn't work out that way. He's 24-4 with 4 draws and 16 knockouts. And Gołota, you know his history. You just never know what guy you're going to get on any given night with Andrew Gołota. And Austin is hoping he has one of those freak-out nights. Tony Rivera saying, okay, hey, we're ready to go. Let's get this thing underway. We've been waiting too long. It's been a long night for these fighters. And again, the holdup is for the Chinese national network that is in a news break here in Chengdu. And as soon as they're ready, certainly we're ready, as you can see. And Ray Austin being held back, and they tell me it's going to be within the next 45 seconds or so that he'll be able to begin making his way out, that the news in China is good and everything is well. So we'll have the main event underway very, very shortly, and Ray will be ready to walk. Been an interesting week for the fighters here. Most of them had a chance to go to see the giant panda breeding area. It's the only research-based breeding area in the world. They learned a little bit about the history of this place. Don King visited the giant panda breeding station and very impressed, made a big donation in behalf of the earthquake victims, and donating a lot of money from the fights tonight for the earthquake victims. So we're just waiting again for the Chinese networks to get set, and we will have this fight from the Sichuan Gymnasium underway here in Chengdu, China, very, very shortly. So be patient, and we will have it underway for you. If you've just joined us for one reason or another, it's been an interesting night of boxing. We showed you the Devin Alexander fight in his 4th round technical knockout victory over Sunung Lee. You saw Marco Antonio Barrera show why he is such a great fighter in basically the first couple of rounds of a workout or a sparring session, but when he got serious, he took out Sammy Ventura without any difficulty at all. There's the man, Don King, with a all kinds of flags, and that this is a hugely international event involving all kinds of people from all kinds of countries. Also, the WBC interim strawweight champion retained his title, and a 7th-round technical knockout victory. Juan Palacios defeated Toruo Misawa. Now we get the word that the Chinese network is set, and we'll have it underway very shortly. And in the fight that you saw before the Alexander fight, Jamil McCline won the unanimous decision over Mike Molo. And in another world title fight, a female world championship fight that was held much earlier this evening, Wang Yanan won a unanimous decision over Akande Fountain from the United States, and it was a 10-round unanimous decision fight, and only a point or two separated the fighters throughout, so it was a very, very good fight. Unfortunately for the American fighter, Akande Fountain, she wasn't able to outpoint Wang Yanan, but good for the Chinese boxing. Well, there he is, the Rain Man, Ray Austin, 6'6", 228 pounds, 24-4-4. Cleveland, Ohio native in the United States of America. Coming off that 8-round decision over Dominic Jenkins in Los Angeles in September of this year, his last fight. Third man in the ring there, that's Mike Griffin of Canada. He'll be the referee. And Gołota will be making his way out very shortly, and we'll have the main event of the evening underway for you. As Andrew, with Sam Kolona, Lesla Samatowski, his long-line guy from Poland. Jimmy Strickland will be handling cuts, and Ziggy Rozalski in that corner as well. Zig and Sam and Andrew. So Andrew Gołota begins to make his way out. He was an Olympic bronze medalist. His professional record is 41-6-1, 33 knockouts. Been living the last 10, 12 years in Chicago, Illinois, in the United States, but he's from Warsaw, Poland. He's on a 3-fight win streak with the victories over journeyman fighters Jeremy Bates, and last year over Kevin McBride, and his last time out against Mike Molo. His Olympic medal from Poland came in 1988. This is a very important fight for Gołota at age 40. He's just about out of time if he hopes to get any shot at a world title again. And his most recent world title shots, he came very close both times in a very controversial loss to John Ruiz in 04, and also in 04 against Chris Bird for the IBF title. It was a WBA title with John Ruiz. He began his boxing career in 1992 with 28 straight wins. 21 inside of 2 rounds were knockouts. 12 of those were in the first round. So as a young man, he was a terror. He still has shown in recent fights that he's got away from all of that low blow stuff. He's fighting very legally lately. But again, he's the type of guy you never know just what you're going to get. Well, Alan Hopper's standing by, and we should have the announcement for Andrew Gołota and Ray Austin.
This is a scheduled 12-round heavyweight contest brought to you by Don King Productions and Chengdu Sports Industry.
这将是一场12个回合的比赛，这场比赛将由唐金产业公司和成都体育产业公司联袂推出。
For the World Boxing Council USNBC Heavyweight Championship。
那么这一场比赛，选手们争夺的是世界拳击理事会 USNBC 美国全国拳击冠军、重量级冠军的头衔。
WBC supervisor from USA, Lee Peters.
那么担任这场比赛 WBC 的监督是来自美国的利彼得斯。
Jose Sulaiman has been president of the World Boxing Council for 33 years.
那么正如我们所知道的一样，何塞·苏莱曼先生呢是世界拳击理事会的主席，他在这个职位上已经工作了33年。
Together, he and Don King have made history many times.
同时，他与唐吉先生一起多次的创造了历史。
they're making history again tonight with the first World Championship boxing event ever staged in the Sichuan province city of Chengdu.
那么今天他们要创造2项历史，第一项历史呢就是首次把世界职业拳击赛的最高的顶尖赛事带到了中国的成都。
The World Boxing Council has also held their 46th convention in Chengdu this week.
同时，在这一周，世界拳击理事会 WBC 非常成功地在成都举行了它第46届年会。
Let's have a round of applause for the WBC, Jose Suleiman, and promoter Don King.
让我们以热烈的掌声祝贺苏莱曼先生和唐金先生。
我们在一起。
We are together.
The judges at ringside for this contest are.
那么接下来我们非常荣幸的向各位介绍，在这场比赛当中担任计分裁判的是
From Mexico, Guillermo Ayun.
来自墨西哥的维拉蒙阿勇，
From Ghana, Eddie Papu.
来自加纳的 Eddie Papu，
From Puerto Rico, Raul Nieves.
来自波多黎各的巴尔尼维斯。
The third man in the ring with the fighters from Canada.
那么场上裁判是来自加拿大的麦克格里芬，
Mike Griffin.
他是麦克格里芬。
Fighting out of the blue corner.
那么从蓝方出场的拳手，
He weighed in at 228 pounds.
他的体重是104.1公斤。
A former #1 ranked contender with a professional record of 24 wins, 4 losses, and 4 draws, with 16 of those wins coming by knockout.
他是前排名第1的争夺者，他的职业战绩是24场胜、4场负、4场平、16场击倒。
Born, raised, and still living in Cleveland, Ohio, USA.
来自美国克利夫兰的
It's Ray, the Rain Man Austin.
他就是羽人奥斯汀。
Fighting out of the red corner.
那么将从红角出场的拳手，
He won Olympic bronze in 1988 in Seoul, Korea.
他曾经于1988年获得过汉城奥运会的拳击铜牌。
He weighed in for this contest at 242 pounds.
他的体重是110公斤。
He has amassed a professional record of 41 wins, 6 losses, and 1 draw, with 33 of those wins coming by knockout.
他的骄人战绩是41场赢、6场负、1场平局、33场击倒。
He was born in Warsaw, and he's the greatest Polish heavyweight in boxing history.
他出生在华沙，是波兰历史上最伟大的重量级拳手。
Now living in Chicago, Illinois, USA.
那么他现在来自于美国的芝加哥，
Andrzej Gołota.
他就是安德鲁·格罗塔。
Let's go.
So we're just about set to go as Mike Griffin of Canada, the third man in the ring, calls him in.
All right, both you gentlemen received my instructions.
好，现在裁判再向你们讲解比赛的规则。
You must obey my commands. Protect yourselves at all times, gentlemen.
必须
Touch your gloves now. We'll box with the bell. God bless you all.
All right, here we go. This is scheduled for 12 rounds. Heavyweight division, WBC, US, NBC International Heavyweight Championship. And again, this is one of those titles that can lead to positioning for another world title for whoever wins this fight, either Gołota or Ray Austin. That's the importance and the significance of this fight. Austin's trunks are silver, and they're going to look white on your screen, but he has the red trim on his trunk. Gołota has the black trim on his. And down goes Gołota right away. That's going to be scored as a knockdown. Austin's up to 4 and 5. He's going to take the standing 8 count. Austin hit him. And there's the standing 8 count. So what a surprise that is. Austin right on top of him. He goes right after him again. Look at this. Austin trying to take him out and make a statement here. Gołota surprised by the attack of Austin. Austin cracked him with the right hand. Now the last heavyweight fight that we saw tonight didn't have this action this quick. They felt each other out a lot. Of course, it was one big guy and one small guy. These are two mountain men. And Austin trying to make short work of Gołota and drop them here in the first couple of seconds of the first round of this fight. Gołota seems to have something wrong with his shoulder or his left arm. Blasted to the body. Austin hit him again. Dropped him back. Something's wrong with Gołota tonight. And he gets hit again. This is what I mean when you never know what you're going to get. Gołota has really got some sort of problem, and I can't figure out what it is. He pushes him back. I don't know why. Why did the referee Griffin tell him to go back? Time has been called. Evidently something wrong with the left eye of Andrzej Gołota. I don't know why the referee would stop the fight. If he had a problem with his eye, he's got to wait till the end of the round. Gołota holding those hands high. Austin has taken big advantage of him in the early going. Gołota looked like he wanted to quit there in the first round. Strange guy. He's been stopping the first round of fights before. And recent fights, he's really fought valiantly, but something is wrong with him tonight. Hanging that left shoulder down. Problem with the eye that he called the referee over for. He gets hit with a left hook, and he goes down again for the second time. He's claiming he slipped, but he got hit with a left hook. And now he didn't count. I guess he's not going to count that. He's saying he slipped because you didn't give him a count. Boy, Mike Griffin has done some strange things in this round. He got ripped with a left hook and went down. Griffin didn't count. Then while Austin was all over him, he stops and lets Gołota fix his eye. These are strange happenings here by referee Mike Griffin in the early going here. So that second knockdown didn't count. And it was clearly a left hook that dropped him. Oh, big uppercut. The mouthpiece is gone. He got him in trouble here. Remember, fighting cannot be saved by the bell, and the bell sounds. And the bell does sound. And Gołota gets beaten pillar to post in the first round by Ray Austin. 10. He get hit with a right hand and a left hand. The problem was the referee was so close, and this is the end of the round where they're at it again and he gets in trouble. The referee had ruled it a slip. He was in so tight, he saw the legs come out, but he probably didn't see the punch. So I'm not going to hold that against Mike Griffin. He can only call what you see. But a horrible first round for Gołota. In his corner trying to, whether there's something wrong with his hand or his left arm, there's something wrong with Gołota tonight. And I don't know what it is. Is this fight over? Gołota may have quit, I don't know. He's got a problem with his left arm. Doctor examining his arm. This happens with older fighters from time to time. He might have torn him out. The fight's over. They're taking the gloves off, and this is very anticlimactic for the main event here in China. And I imagine it's going to be scored as a technical knockout at the end of the first round.
First round technical knockout or
Actually, it is a technical knockout at the end of the first round, or they can rule unable to answer the bell at the start of the second round. It's
Ladies and gentlemen.
Here we are.
Ladies and gentlemen,
女士们、先生们，
referee Mike Griffin brings a halt to the action on advice of ringside physician Dr. Alan Fields.
场上的裁判采信场外医务监督阿伦先生的建议。
Andrew Gołota sustained an injury to his left arm that left him unable to continue.
由于格拉塔的左臂受伤，比赛不能继续进行。
And the winner, by first round technical knockout, Ray the Rayman Austin.
这场的比赛的胜者是蚁人奥斯汀。
So it scored as a technical knockout victory for Ray Austin at the end of the first round. Officially, Dr. Alan Fields, who was there at the WBC convention and a very good ring physician from Florida, and a guy that will give a fighter every opportunity to continue if he can, examined what appeared to be the left bicep. It looks to me like it's probably a tear in the bicep or tricep muscle, but there was obviously something wrong, as I think I mentioned on a couple of occasions. Probably a tear in either the forearm or up in the, it looks like he's holding the forearm. Something wrong with his left arm anyway, and he was unable to continue. That's very disappointing to all of us, and especially the people here in Chengdu that wanted to see these two massive men do battle. But that's all she wrote. Ray Austin, first round technical knockout victory over Andrzej Gołota in our main event. For Austin, he's the US NBC International Heavyweight Champ now. There's the belt that goes with it. So a terrific night of boxing for the most part. Jamil McCline and a unanimous decision victory over Mike Molo. Juan Palacio, 7th round TKO over Jerome Isawa. Marco Antonio Barrera in a cakewalk in the 4th round TKO over Sammy Ventura. Devin Alexander, 4-round technical knockout over Seung Lee from Korea. Terrific effort by the young kid from St. Louis, Missouri. And Wang Yanan in the female WBC middleweight championship won a unanimous decision victory over Akunde Fountain in a fight that we never got to show you on the air. So that's pretty much the story here as we go into the training room with Andrzej Gołota. We'll listen and see if we can hear anything. From that position, it looks like his wrist or his forearm is the problem. And now he's up in the elbow. Oh, it's something. Chinese doctor examined him, and he went to extend that elbow down. So it looks like, I mean, there could be even a broken bone in that forearm, but there's no question that there's a problem because I could see it and knew that something was wrong with the way he was fighting in the first round. Immediately, so.
Dislocation. Oh, okay.
Maybe a dislocated elbow is what the doctor is saying, and the way he reacted from not able to put his elbow all the way down, it could be a dislocated elbow.
Okay, dislocation.
How did it happen?
He'll need to go over x-rays to determine that, whether it's a torn muscle or it is a dislocation. But the preliminary diagnosis by the doctor is that he has a dislocated elbow. And that's a bad situation. We'll show you the end of the fight again. You see he's hanging that left hand down. He tries to throw a straight right hand, and then he gets clipped and down he goes. But it was clear again that there was definitely something wrong with that left elbow. That's the one he waved off, but it's academic now because it's all in the book. Ray Austin wins in a first-round technical knockout victory over Andrzej Gołota. All right, that's about the story from here. So we want to thank our executive producer tonight has been Frank Belmont. Our director was Marty Corwin. Our producer was Casey Sipes. Our statistician, Laura Taylor. Great job, Alan Hopper, filling in as our ring announcer. So, for our entire staff at Belmonte Productions and Don King Productions, I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan saying thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.